Hello and welcome, viewers and subscribers of AVG News. My name is Olisi, the son of Ngube. I just made this video to clarify a few issues following two videos that we posted yesterday for Zimbabwe exemption permit applicants who are trying to migrate to the mainstream South African permits. So you will remember that yesterday we spoke about the need for people to apply for waivers, and we also posted a voice note of the Minister of Home Affairs, Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, encouraging people to apply for the waivers, and he was saying that his department is processing some of those applications, and he also gave assurances that he was busy signing them and people are getting them. So after that, we then made our own video where we were clarifying the process that you need to go through in order for you to successfully apply for a waiver. But after that, we realized that there are many people who even got more confused after that video or after those two videos, because people don't seem to understand how the whole process goes. There are many who are sending us messages saying we should send them some forms so that they can fill and apply for a waiver. So we want to explain the process in detail. What you do is you go to the VFS Global website, and there you will find where it's written apply for a visa. That is where you click. It's on your immediate left. Then go to begin your application. From there you click, and then you can then apply for a waiver, but you need to be registered on the VFS Global website for you to be able to then go ahead and apply. You put your email address, you put your password, then you go through a recaptcha where you will then prove that you're not a robot. Then you can start applying. So what you do is you go to where it's written, you first tick that you were on the Zimbabwe exemption permit, and then you go to you tick the TRV waiver. There are three sections where you need to indicate that you are applying for a waiver. Then you will be directed or redirected to the next page where you will then fill in your details. So it's an online application form. It's not like you download the form, fill it in, then you submit it, but you fill it online. For those who previously applied for the Zimbabwe exemption permits, you will know the process is just the same. There's nothing that has changed, except that this time you will choose a waiver instead of a temporary residence visa. So you choose a temporary waiver, and in some sections that follow is written waiver. Then after you have completed the process, you will then need to write in a paragraph why you are applying for a waiver. You indicate there that you are on the Zimbabwe exemption permit and you need to migrate to a mainstream South African permit, and because you do not meet certain requirements, you are therefore making an application for a waiver. Then you finish the application and you submit. Then after that, you will download two forms. The first one is a checklist which has details of documents that you need to provide when you go to submit. The other one is a bank payment form, which you will then download, take you 1,550 to the nearest branch of Standard Bank. You do not deposit this on an ATM, but you have to enter the bank and hand it over to the cashier. They know what to do with that. It will be having on it a reference number, your application reference number. For those with access to internet banking, you can transfer via an electronic funds transfer, which is EFT in short. Then it will show on the portal, on the VFS portal, application portal, within 24 to 48 hours. After that, you can then book a date for you to be able to submit the 6 documents that are required. I'm going to read them out as per the checklist that you would have downloaded on your own. So since you are applying for a waiver, there is a way it's written: waivers, temporary residence visa SA. So what you need to provide is a duly completed online form. Handwritten forms will not be accepted by Department of Home Affairs. So this is the form that you fill in when you begin your application. The first time, this is the online form that you fill in, but you can only download this particular form after you have paid and booked an appointment. You need to produce a letter signed by the employer citing the requirements to be waived and a comprehensive motivation for each requirement. So there are sections of the Immigration Act which, because of your low skill and because you are already in South Africa and because you are already on the ZEP, you need to request the Department of Home Affairs to set aside or put aside and allow you to then go ahead and apply for a mainstream permit. You need to outline these regulations as they appear on the South African Immigration Act. So you have to mention each and every one of them, which requires documents that you cannot produce, which requires qualifications that you do not have. So the rest of the sections where you already have the requirements, you leave them out, but clearly outline those clauses or those regulations that you do not meet and motivate for why you want each section of the Immigration Act put aside in your case, based on the particular situation that you are in, based on the qualifications that you have, based on the skills that you have, and based on the experience that you have. Then you need to produce a copy of the applicant's curriculum vitae. You have been seeking employment here and there. You know what a CV is. Then you need a copy of the applicant's passport, and all temporary residence visas are fixed therein. So here you photocopy your passport and all the special exemption permits that you have from the DZP to the ZSP to the ZEP. Then you need a copy of the employment contract signed by both the employer and the employee. So when you sign a contract at work or when you are employed, you need to have signed, or you ought to have signed, a contract with your employer which outlines the terms of your engagement, your payment, your off days, your leave days. This is the kind of contract that you need to then take to the VFS for submission. And lastly, you need a background on the company or institution for record purposes. So for those who are employed by a company, your company can then provide you with the background. If, for example, it's Mxolisi Ncube Spaza shop and it was opened and registered in 2007, then I need to then write that for my employee to take to the VFS so that they have at least a background of the existence of a particular company, what type of a company it is, how big the company is it compliant with South African laws. Then you produce this. This is the explanation that I decided I should give based on the questions that people have been asking. But in case you still need more details on this, you can go ahead and WhatsApp on 073 962 3075, 073 962 3075, and we are going to explain if you need assistance with filling the online application form or person-to-person assistance with what you need to do to go ahead with the application. We can also assist in that, but please do not call, do not greet, do not do any of the salutations. Just go ahead and outline the kind of assistance that you need, because due to the large volumes of inquiries that we are getting, of messages that we are getting, we may not be able to respond to messages like, hi, how are you doing, blah, blah, blah. So to save time and to make sure that you are attended to promptly, just go straight to the point that this is what I need. But this, mind you, is meant for people who are on the ZEP, not anybody else, but only those who are on the Zimbabwe exemption permit, who intend to move or migrate to the mainstream South African visas via the waiver. I hope this is clear. I will then attach underneath this video, just on the description of the video, a link for those who have access to the internet to follow and go ahead and apply for their waivers. Thank you very much. Please feel free to reach out to us and ask whatever you need. And where we are able to explain, we will explain. Where we are not able to explain, we will reach out to those who are in the better know, so that we'll then come back and update you. Thank you very much. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel, to like this video and share it.